Hey everyone, welcome to The Way. It's Friday, August 7th. Here we are, already into August. I'm Johnny. I'm glad you're with us as you join us tonight for the online expression of our service of recovery here on our YouTube channel. If you've not yet done so, I encourage you to subscribe. We always premiere episodes on Friday at 6 p.m. That's the time and day when The Way has historically occurred in the sanctuary of St. John's United Methodist Church. Obviously, during this pandemic, we're doing it this way, and long for the day, hopefully, when one day we can all come back together and do it like we always used to in that space together. The service of recovery is open and welcome to all. It is no substitute for the hard work that each of us must do in our own recovery, but it is the public expression celebrating the work that we are doing. It's the safe place we can come to as we've done the hard work every day to rest easy just in a bit and hold some space for the hard work that has taken place thus far and receive some encouragement for the hard work that's yet to come. We live with a few fundamental principles. One is that we acknowledge that we're all in recovery from something, all of us, as Brother John would say. And that's true. Some of us know what that is, and some of us are doing the work. And some of us may know we have some problems, but we haven't quite yet figured out or been able to put a name on the thing over which we are powerless. And others of us are straight up in denial. But whatever it is that brings us into this space for this time together, as we hear some good music, talk about one of the steps, and we're on step 9 tonight, and some time to live into some prayer. It's just a safe space. It is meant to be literally sanctuary. So that's what we're about. We love all who come, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. And you put a room full of people who are addicts or living with or through some level of recovery, the stories we could tell that might make us feel unlovable they're important stories. They're stories that must be told. They're stories for which amends should be sought, which is part of our work tonight with step 9. But there's not a thing that prevents the truth of being loved, operating within the space of what we hold. So we're all in recovery from something. We're going to love you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Those are the things that we live with fundamentally with The Way. So whatever it is that brings you to us tonight, if you're with us for a long time, great. I'm understanding some of you watch this in groups, and that's wonderful. We'd like to know that. Let us know how many people are watching, because we want to get our viewership up. We want to get our subscribers list up. We want everybody to know that this is a resource and hopefully something that is helpful for your work. And as The Way Recovery Ministries projects forward to more and new ways to reach out to the community, the Friday night expression of The Way will be constant as the way we come together and do that kind of celebrative work of being together. So that's what we got. Great step talk, great music, some prayer, and you. So welcome. I'm glad you're here.
I'm saddening. because I need your love so bad. Need some lips to feel next to mine. Need someone to stand up, baby. Tell me when I'm lying, and when the lights are low, and it's time to go. That's when I need your love so bad. So why don't you give it up and bring it home to me? Oh, write it on a piece of paper, baby, so I can be ready to be. Tell me that you love me. Stop driving me crazy. Because I need your love so bad. Need a soft voice to talk to me at night. I don't want you to worry, baby. I know we can make everything alright. Listen to my plea, baby. Bring it to me, because I need your love so bad.
Hey everyone, tonight for our Step Talk, a former ministry colleague of mine coming to offer a word about Step 9. Mimi, it's great to see you. Take it away.
Hey Johnny, thanks. My name's Mimi and I've been asked to talk to you all about Step 9. And a lot of times, Step 9 we all think is so scary. I call it the scary step. But one of the things is it's a humbling step. And the reason it seems scary, our ego is afraid of it because it is an ego smashing step. And our ego, we find in Step 4 when we took inventory, has really been giving us problems, driving us with character defects like pride and fear and greed and self-centered fears. And so we want to get to the place where we are more humble, and the previous steps, by the time we get to Step 9, hopefully have gotten us there. So Step 8 is the one that prepared us. We made a list of all persons that we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. And the spiritual principle that we're trying to integrate into our lives as we take that step is brotherly love or sisterly love for others. So when we were running our lives all by ourselves, not listening to God, not asking God what to do next, we really weren't concerned about our brothers and sisters. We were being driven by self. So in taking that step, we're preparing to now right our wrongs in step 9. And the spiritual principle that we're trying to integrate into our lives going forward in 9, and that step is made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. That spiritual principle is justice. We have oftentimes made a mess of our personal relationships in our life, and we're now trying to go back and clean up our side of the street and right our wrongs and be at peace with all people if it's humanly possible. And so this step is going to bring us closer to God and to each other and to ourselves. Now, there are 2 forms of amends. As I was taught, there are direct amends and there are indirect amends. And direct amends, the best is face-to-face. If you can do that without causing harm, that would be great. And my sponsor explained that a second form of direct amends are writing letters or making a phone call, and that the third form of making a direct amends is doing that at the graveside. But with all of these forms of amends, you always go over it with your sponsor first. And then indirect amends you can make as doing a living amends, where you try to the best of your ability to be at peace with everyone, to be a better friend, a better coworker, a better family member. That's making a living amends. So when we do this work, we're integrating justice into our lives and a sense of caring for other people and trying to walk in their shoes and not just being self-centered all the time. And after we do it, this scary step, the actions of this 9th step lead us to the promises coming true. And on page 84, 83 and 84 in the big book, it gives us the promises that we read at every meeting, which is pretty much like a prayer. A lot of us bow our heads when we hear them read. I'll just read them real quickly. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we're halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. So the 9th step may seem daunting, but when we have the help of a trusted sponsor, the results of taking this step is true freedom.
Mimi, wow. Let me come back to that view. There we go. Hey, that was great. I'm so glad to see you, and I am thankful for your witness and for the example you've shown me in recovery. I'm blessed by that. Thank you very much. And
thank you, Johnny.
And thank you for my cross. That's very sweet. Yeah.
We all need a serenity prayer cross.
Tell the truth, sister. Right. That's great.
What's the tempo over there? What's the tempo over there? Y'all holler back at me now.
I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Oh, since you left me, yes you did. Since you left me. Like I'm gonna break down and cry. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break down and cry. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break down and cry. It seems to love it. Like a mother's child. Sometimes I feel like a mother's child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a wanted to sing. Hear a little hurricane.
I'm grateful to Mimi for her witness tonight and for the very clear work she has offered us as we live with and around Step 9. As we come together and live with the realities of trying to be in recovery as we are still so very much distanced, there's some folks getting back together, but it does seem to be premature based on the numbers that are spiking. And again, as I've said previously, this ministry is guided by the instructions and guidance of health officials, not politicians. And when we determine it is safe and that we do no harm to one another, especially to be carrying something unaware, we'll continue to do it like this, as an expression of care and love for our fellow brother and sister. That seems like a recovery kind of thing to do. But it is a struggle, and it requires extra effort and creative ways to remain connected to the people who are the guiding support systems for your recovery work. And I encourage you to continue to reach out to whoever it is you have, your sponsor, your group. If you need a group or you need a sponsor, let us know that. We'll find ways to connect you with people. All of that is important, but while, as I've said previously, while this work is the stuff of which we must do ourselves, we are not meant to do it alone. So don't try, because it's a fool's errand, really. We need the support of one another. Which brings us into the spirit of prayer. As always, we want to be mindful of those who in this global pandemic are exhausted taking care of the sick and the dying, nurses and doctors and all of those frontline workers. And in the public sector of first responders and paramedics and firefighters and police officers, all of those who, at the sound of a siren, brush into danger. We need to lift them up. And be reminded, too, that when you hear a siren, that's our rule of life for the way that we stop and we pray for whoever it is that's in trouble and for the people who are coming to render aid. Be in prayer for your own recovery and the work it's doing, and for those who have been negatively impacted by your addiction, as much as you are also praying for those, and they very often are the very same people, who are being positively impacted by the hard work that you're doing. Be in prayer tonight for those nobody's praying for, and hold close to that for a moment. See if you can hold space within your spirit for someone that you know in your heart that, for reasons that are maybe pretty good, that you would never otherwise pray for them. And maybe that's the point. It's not that nobody's praying for them. Pray for the person tonight that, if you had your way, there's no way in hell you'd ever pray for that person. That's precisely the person you need to pray for tonight. And then after a few moments of silence, let's share in the Serenity Prayer. Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Okay, after one more song, we'll have a benediction.
You're rolling.
1, 2, 3. I have finally found a place to live, just like I never could before. I have finally found a place to live, just like I never could before. And I know I don't have much to give. I can't hold back anymore. Everybody knows the secret. Everybody knows the story. I have finally found a way to live in the presence of the Lord. In the presence of the Lord.
Well, that's all for tonight. Thank you for being a part of this experience. Share this link with others, those who might need a word of encouragement, an extra resource to help them in their work. And we'll be back here next Friday night at 6. Until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up her countenance upon you, give you peace. Amen. See you next week.